Hello, Rack Gang. Welcome back. We're in the car. I'm not putting the mics on just because we're in the car. I don't think we really need mics because it's so enclosed. Got the vape. Bit nervous about the vape because it could die at any minute at the moment. Couldn't do cigarettes because I couldn't help myself, and this morning I had the last of them. Got a couple questions for this video. I like doing the questions, so at the start of the video, I just want to let everyone know, if you have a question for me or you want advice on anything, let me know in the comments and I'll answer it in a video. Probably, like, it could either be a couple videos after, it could be the video there, but all the comments that have been asked will be answered in this video. So yeah, we have quite a few questions, so let's see if I remember them all. First of all, what age did I start smoking cigarettes? I'm going to go with what age I first had a cigarette, because I can't roughly pinpoint when I fully started smoking. I had my first ever cigarette at about 10 or 9. It was because my mum was out at the shops or something, left her pack of cigarettes on the counter, and me being a little young boy, I was like, I want to try that. So I did, and I was pretty hooked. Then, for a couple years after, I'd like sneak some and then sneak off, have some, and, you know, not an everyday occurrence type thing. Then at about like 13, 14 was when I started. But I was not doing tobacco every time. I was doing tobacco sometimes when my mum would have like tobacco that came in a bag. So that's when I first started smoking cigarettes. Sorry, there was another thing. Something about cigarettes. I don't remember. I'm gonna assume it's... Oh, how did I learn to do cigarettes? My mum just smoked cigarettes. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just inhale, exhale. Don't follow my advice if you're younger than 18. Or in the US, I think it's 21. Don't follow my advice unless it's legal where you live, please. So, there you go. Now, the question that this theme of the video will be about is, I'm gonna call it helplessness, but or hopelessness, I don't know, but let's go with hopelessness, where you want to do hobbies, you want to do a bunch of different stuff, you want to be successful, you want to learn something, but then you just have the feeling that you're gonna die anyways, which I wouldn't classify myself as an expert on this, but I definitely go through it multiple times a month. Throughout my whole life, I've kind of had that thought. Now, before I tell you my advice, I do not want anyone thinking this guy's an expert or this guy's like a therapist, he's trained or whatever. I'm not. I don't have the best advice, and unless you feel you can actually take something from this video, don't just try what I say just for the fun of it. Here we go. So I think it's about finding purpose in that thing that you want to do. Let's do an analogy, sport, okay? You can really put this analogy to anything, but sport, a lot of people think you got to do sport to, like, say you do soccer as a kid, the end goal is usually you want to be put on a professional team and be a professional player. But the thing is, that doesn't have to be the end goal, alright? You don't have to be the best of the best to be happy. You can go and be a trainer, like a coach trainer for like a kid's soccer team, and you can get paid for that. Or you could go be really good at coaching, and then you could even do a professional team. You could do referee stuff. I know heaps of people who make a living off of being a referee, by the way. And that's not even for like professional games. That's just being a referee. Like for like little games. And you still make money for it. You could be a reporter, you could be a journalist, you could be a YouTuber even. Like YouTube, you could be anything and you can do something on there and make money. You could be a sports therapist, you could be multiple different things, and you can make a living off of it while being happy doing what you like to do. So that goes for any single thing. You want to be a marine biologist? If you're not quite feeling like you can do it. So this is just me explaining at the start. Don't force yourself to have the end goal of being some crazy thing. If you're getting into doing guitar, don't have the end goal being to be like shredding on it and stuff. Just you're able to play chords. Because chords are easy. You'll get it down in like less than probably a couple days if you really commit to it. And yeah. You don't always have to be the best of the best for that goal to be finished. Do an easy goal and then expand it once you get it. So let's do some advice here. You want to learn how to bake a really cool dessert that's really hard to make. Let's say a croissant, because apparently they're pretty hard to make. Start off with your basic stuff like pancakes or cakes or cupcakes and cookies. Work your way up slowly from the easier stuff to the harder stuff. You want to do the soccer? Start off just on a basic team. Maybe do some referee work or some coaching. You want to do science? Start off on TikTok and or even write your own stuff. You don't even have to post it. Just make videos and do it for fun. Write the little essays for yourself. Don't do it for an actual reason. And then that's going to get you passionate about something. And now, to get past that stage of feeling like it's all for nothing, it's not all for nothing. Look, think of the amount of, like, writers and philosophers from, like, the 19th century or, like, thousands of years ago that wrote down stuff just probably thinking they had nothing better to do. And look at how much it can change the world. No matter what you do, it can say like humans die out really quickly and then it gets rediscovered. It's not just you dying, it's going to be work that can be expanded upon. There's always going to be something that you do one day that's going to benefit either you or someone else. And for your short life, because everyone's life is short, 100 years really isn't a long time. You don't want to live that for other people. Live it for yourself, because you're not going to get to do it again. I personally believe, this is what I think happens after death. I think you've got to first come up with what you believe is actually going to happen after death. Whether that's through, if you have a more scientific standpoint, look up some research from what scientists theorize. If you have a more Christian standpoint, work from that. If you have a more Muslim standpoint, anything. If you have a different standpoint, you need to decide what's going to happen to you after you die. Now it's going to help you what to do in your life. If you're Christian, don't go with the Old Testament stuff or like whatever it is that's going to be kind of harmful. Don't judge people. That bothers me about a lot of religion, is they really like put people in a group and in a box. Don't do that. Just live it for yourself. So have your own values that you stick to. You want to be kind to people? Be kind. If you want to be mean to people, just don't do that. That's probably not a good standpoint. I don't agree with that. Anyway, so say no swearing. Don't force it upon other people, but you don't swear personally. Live your life to like whatever you believe. So I personally believe that after you die, you go into a permanent dream state, and maybe you just live your full life over again. That's kind of what I think. If it's not what you think, that's okay. I just think you'll go into a permanent dream state. If you believe that you'll go to heaven, then you live your life going to heaven and like preparing yourself for heaven and preparing to make a bunch of friends that you'll get to see in heaven. Like that type of thing. Because you don't want to be alone and you're in heaven. You want to make all your friends in life. Set your goal as having a bunch of friends, having a bunch of talents that you can take with you to heaven and get to improve upon it in heaven. If you are a Satanist, now I know a lot of people are going to have thoughts on this, but if you're a Satanist, I know a lot about Satanism, not because I am Satanist, but because I was very interested in it. Usually it's that you believe that you are your own God. Your own God. You don't actually believe in like the real God or that even Satan exists. That's usually not what it is. It's about you being the God of your own life. You treat others, like everyone's a god. That's basically what Satanism is. If you really look into it, you read the actual stuff, that's what it means. Everyone is a god, including yourself. Now, this isn't encouraging it. This isn't discouraging it. I'm just telling you the point of what it is. And that means you got to treat everyone equally. And how you want to be treated. That's basically like the bones. And if someone treats you disrespectfully, shut them out of your life. That's pretty much what it is. So in that case, you want to be able to treat everyone how you'd want to be treated. You want to be treated nicely. If you want to be treated mean, don't do it to other people, though, okay? That's always the thing. You do not put your negativity on the other people. That's the one rule in life, okay? So you want, say, people, there's someone there, you're craving a dessert. You go up to them and buy them a dessert, or, like, offer if they want to come out to a dessert with you. Still, make friends. I don't really know what their afterlife thing is or what they think. But, or say that you think that you're going to go up into space and become like a star. Live your life to the fullest, so that way you can tell everyone that you feel you're going to become a star when you pass away, and they want to have a good perception of you and like be able to pinpoint a star, and they will know that your personality would make that star. Build your life up to being someone that people can think and be like, yeah, they could be in the stars. So maybe like artsy, creative, nice, very kind. You want to be, say you want to be, you think that when you die nothing happens, it's just blank. Don't live your life without thinking, without like being like, oh, it's just gonna be blank. Live your life thinking, if this is the only thing that I ever get to visualize in life is my actual life, then live your life to the fullest, obviously. That's self-explanatory. You don't want to be moping around in life. And that doesn't mean you have to go making money and spending money. Go live out in the woods, okay? Here's my recommendation. Go on a camping trip. If you are over 18 and you have a job and you aren't swamped with heaps of bills, if you are, save up $10 a week until you have about enough money to pay your rent for that week, pay everything for that week, except for food, and that's it. Now, you probably do it for like $200, okay? And you book a camping trip, and it needs to be like, not, you don't have to go super all the way into it where you're just fully doing survival, but you need to be like by a lake or by a river. It's scientifically proven that water helps your mind flow freely and resets you, kind of. So you want to stay somewhere in a tent. You don't want to be in a cabin unless you live in a very cold place or a dangerous place, but in a tent preferably, by the water. And you don't bring, or you bring like your phone so that way you could contact people, but you don't go on your phone, you shut it off otherwise. And you just enjoy the water. Reset your mind, but not like this stereotypical I gotta get off social media thing. You want to reset your mind and really figure out who you are. Whether you're someone who likes to talk to people, whether you're someone who likes to be reserved and just spend your time at home. Figure out exactly what type of person you are, because I've figured out as I've gone from being like, let's say 15 to now I am almost 21 this month. I've figured out that I used to be like a very big loner. Like super alone. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I would not leave my room for like months at a time besides the shower. I would not leave the house. I'd go out at night so that way I could avoid everyone. That was who I was. I genuinely would not talk to people for like a year. That's how bad I was at one point. So you want to then figure out who you are. And after I did some reflecting for some time, and this was only at the start of this year, I went like that whole time thinking that I was like very antisocial and I didn't like talking to people. What I figured out though was that it was just scars from like being in school, being picked on, doing embarrassing stuff and people finding you embarrassing because of that, which it happens. And then I realized, wow, I actually do like talking to people. I get a joyfulness from it. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good to be able to just sit and talk to people for hours on end. So I realized literally at the start of this year, I was pretty actually social, and now I can talk to people well, conversate well. I still do struggle, of course, and I still have awkward gaps in conversation, but I do enjoy the actual pleasantry of being around civilization, even whether that's going to the shops and just walking around, being next to people. I genuinely love that. It makes me happy. Seeing good deeds from other people, even seeing bad deeds from other people and then them going and getting busted for it. That's enjoyable to watch. Don't you love seeing someone who's a dick get punished for that? I love that. I love that as humans you can slap someone when they've been naughty. I love that. So yes, you want to go and take time for yourself, even if it's not a camping trip. For 1 week, just go out. If you live in a safe area, go out to like a park or something at night when there's not too many people about. If you don't live in a safe area, just go out your backyard. If you live in an apartment, go somewhere safe in the apartment. Go somewhere that's going to be out in the open air, dark, and there's no one around. And you just want to sit, no music, no nothing. You want to raw dog it. And you just want to sit and you want to really not think about anything but other than what makes you happy in every interaction. First of all, I think you should understand whether you are a social person or whether you're not. Majority of the time, from what I've seen, you actually will work out that you kind of do like socializing, but you don't like certain types of socializing. So figure out what type of socializing you like, whether that's even just one-on-one with people, whether that's being in a group and being able to kind of be silent, but you enjoy watching other people conversate. Whether it's whatever. Because socializing, we're all humans. Anyone watching this video, most likely a human unless you're a cat. And if you're a cat, meow. There you go. If you're a dog, woof. If you're a bird, tweet, tweet. I don't know. But we're all humans. We love socializing at our root. And yes, you could have been damaged in your childhood, which has made you not want to socialize. You could have illness, mental illness, disorders. You could have been born with like certain types of things that makes you very difficult for you to want to socialize or to get satisfaction from socializing. In this case, you can sit this part out. But if not, socializing is something that can make you feel good if you find what type of socializing you like to do. I think most people can state that they've been around like a fire pit or something with their friend at like 1 a.m. and they've enjoyed that time. Or even with their parents. I had a very rocky relationship with my parents when I was a kid. And still, when we would sit around a fire pit and just talk about actual stuff without fighting, it made me happy. Okay? Now, socializing, I think, is a very big thing on depression. And that's because from my own experience, when I stopped talking to people, that's when I became really depressed. So there you go. First of all, to find a little bit of spark and hope. And hope, mainly. You really want to gain your thoughts on like what you think after death. You're socializing. You want to become a bit happy. You want to get rid of that sadness and like helplessness, and that you feel like it's all for nothing. You want to get rid of that. You want to find some sort of spark, whether it's a love interest, a friend, it's a pet, you have an attachment to like social media, and that's what your whole life is. It can make you feel like, well, it's all kind of for nothing. You can have that aspect in your head that you know that it's not going to last forever. That's of course fine. I think most people know that. But you need to understand that it's only going to be temporary of you in this exact spot. You're not going to be able to make those decisions if you're in a dream state replaying. You're not going to be able to make those decisions in heaven because it's already done. You have to look back on it, but you don't get to go and actually be there. Think of your decisions as one of those games. When you're playing like a game that allows you to select stuff for your choice, you select the best one for that character. Now, imagine you as that character and you're going to choose what's best for you because you want that game to have the good ending. pick those good things. If you know deep down that there's an event going down that you'd be interested in, let's say you like anime, there's a like anime con thing on that you'd be interested to go, but you can't work out how to get there, you don't have anyone to go with, or something like that, but you know deep down that it would be beneficial to you because it's something that you love. Just go by yourself or find someone to go with. Obviously be safe about it, but find someone to go with. From now on, say yes to everything besides obviously certain types of stuff, which I'm sure you could imagine, but say yes to stuff. If someone asks, you want to go out for a coffee, obviously within bounds, don't force yourself to go out with a creepy guy or a creepy girl or anything like that. But if you find someone nice, but you're just nervous and you're like, I don't really want to go out because I'd love to stay at home and watch movies, stop thinking about life like that, okay? If trying to relate to stuff that's like not happened to me, this is all stuff that used to happen to me all the time, and I would decline everything. I'd be offered to go to like parties and I'd be like, I love watching movies, so I'll just stay at home and watch movies. And then I regret it afterwards, and I'm like, I kind of would like to be there. Do what's going to be in your best interest. If you've been holding off doing some sort of course or something because you just feel too lazy to do it, just go and do it. The only thing that could happen that's bad from it is maybe you miss some sort of internet drama. Maybe you miss something, but you at least learn something from it and you gain something you can put on a resume. If you're holding off losing weight or something, this is what I was doing for a long time. I was holding off losing weight, and now I'm back to losing it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. So yeah, stop holding back. Stop holding yourself back. If you were playing a video game and someone said that you had to do something to improve it, you would click yes. And the reason for that is because clicking the button is way easier than actually doing it. So go and actually do it. Put in the hard work, put in the reps, and it'll get easier to do that harder stuff. But if you're holding off, go and do it. Treat your life like a video game. Don't treat it like you're a main character in a movie. Treat it like a video game because you're trying to do that best interest for your own character. Treat your job like a video game. You're just doing a side mission real quick to get some funds up to go redo your accessories or something. Treat your life like a video game. They even have apps for it. And that should give you a bit of, like, hope. Like me, with this YouTube stuff, I'm checking every couple hours if I get a new subscriber. And when I get a new subscriber, which has been happening a lot lately, I run around. I went from 16 subscribers to 17 subscribers today. You should have seen me, bro. I was, what was I doing? I was drinking an orange drink, looking around, and I jumped out of my bed, ran around my room, and I was like, woohoo! We got 17 subscribers. Only 3 more to go, and we're at 20. You know how fire that is? Have you ever been at 17 subscribers? You might have. Isn't it a thrill? It's such a thrill. I've got the goal to get to the 100 subscribers. I'm excited for it. Also, I hope my advice is, like, making sense to you. Makes sense to me. I just think a lot of the hopelessness comes from not talking to people enough. And you really got to figure out what your stance on afterlife stuff is. Actually research it though. If you're not Christian, research, and you enjoy science, research what most scientists think. Research what other people think. Actually discuss. It's an uncomfortable topic, but you got to think and come up with what you decide is going to happen after death. And live your life by that. Because I live mine by the dream one. I treat my life like I'm going to be able to relive this. I'm excited to do so. Obviously, there's things I regret. And, like, if I can control my dream after death, I will be fixing that. People I want to talk to. People I miss deeply. Someone that I really do miss. You know, missing is a big part of my life. Someone I really miss. Would love to talk to again. That I may never get to talk to again. Which sucks and is shitty. But I've got to move past that. Because it's not what I could be. If you're reliving your life and you're just sat down all the time and you're not even able to control it or anything. You're going to be bored as hell. Do stuff that you're able to watch. Hell, go outside and look on the ground and find an ant village and watch the ants and treat that like a movie. Go outside and go bird watching. Bird watching's fun as. If you like the beautiful things in life, go look for some birds. Flower picking. Maybe learn how to make some potions out of flowers. Some perfumes. You can make perfume yourself if you have some flowers about. Stuff like that. Enjoy the little things. Go foraging for different things. Go book a session to go ride on a horse. Do something that's going to be fun for you. And trust me, have you ever gone out and done an activity for the day? It makes you happy. So why don't you do it more often, hey? Smart idea, right? Now, I hope you've enjoyed this session. Let's talk about some other stuff now. That's my advice. Figure out what you want after death. Socialize a bit more if you're able to. If you're not, it's okay. But work on it still, because deep down you may be able to. Alright? Don't force yourself into very uncomfortable situations, though, that's genuinely going to shut you down. Don't force a panic attack on yourself. Start little, build big. And discover what those two things have in common on how you want to build your life. So you want to you think the dream thing, you want to rewatch it, you're going to be as social as possible and have as much fun things as possible happen to you. If you believe you're going to heaven, again, the social aspect, you need to make as much friends that are going to come with you to heaven, alright? You need to build up a bunch of hobbies that you're going to be able to take with you to heaven. And if you believe you're going to hell, hey, practice sitting in the sun all day, get hot, be happy with that. Maybe, I don't know, figure out something. Maybe correct your ways if you think you're going to hell. Don't be bent on the worst possibility, alright? Think on the brighter side. Anyway, let's get back to a new topic. Cigarettes. I really can't remember what it was. I remember there was the how'd you get into it and how do I do it. If you want to know how it feels, you got a little bit of a buzz. I overdosed on a cigarette today. I had heaps of cigarettes, and I had them all in one sitting. Yeah, it wasn't good. I very much overdosed. I was feeling like I was going to throw up. I've done it a couple times when I was younger. Before I left school, I would wake up at 4 in the morning, and I would get a bunch of tobacco, my little bong. I made a plastic Gatorade one out of a pen and a metal lid thing, and I put the tobacco in it, and I would go into the bathroom, and I'd just rip that shit for an hour, just non-stop, back to back, back to back, back to back. I would throw up heaps. I would throw up. I was throwing up blood every morning at one point, and coughing blood. And I'd do that, have a quick shower, get changed for school, go to school, and I would be tired all day, groggy all day, out of my head. This is what I would do every day before school. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I did it. It happened. And probably played a big part in why I didn't want to go to school, because I always wondered why I felt like shit at school. And that's probably why. So, yeah, you can overdose pretty easily if you don't know the amount that you can handle. And an overdose on cigarettes isn't as bad as from pills. I've done both. Overdose, I've only had mild overdoses though, not stuff that's gonna kill me. Just had a little bit too much and then you get sick. So you feel a very sore thing in your stomach. You're gonna feel like you're gonna throw up. You're gonna be so tired, you feel like you're gonna fall asleep, your heart's beating, stuff like that. Your vision goes very small. Had that today, was not good. I've done it on pills a couple times, and it's a pretty similar experience. Just get very tired, very cynical, very like you feel like you're going to die. Just having too much. You want to start little, see what your tolerance is, and don't go past your tolerance. What else is there to talk about with cigarettes? I'll go for like 35 minutes. Oh, great news. I went from a bump from 36 hours watch time to now we're at 40 hours watch time. Celebrate for that one. 40 hours. Great. So we have like 20 something videos. I think we're at like 26 videos now. No, we are not. We're at about like 20. Yeah, we'll be at about 26 videos. We'll say that. Which is fire. I love it. And yeah, so we've got double the videos for watch time, which means at least 2 people are watching every video. If you have like a comment or you want like some sort of thing answered for you, advice for anything, relationships, cheating, you want anything for friends, you want to learn how to make friends, you want to learn how to socialize. I talk about socializing a lot. You want to learn how to socialize, I can give you some tips. You want some tips on how to find what you believe in, and tips on how to roll a cigarette. I've done a roll a cig with me, but I can do an actual tutorial if you'd like. You want to learn how to blow an O. I can kind of teach you, not really though. You want to learn how to do a ghost. Ready? Watch this. Could you see that? Here, I'll go up close to the camera so you can fully see. Pretty cool. Oh, wait. Ready? This one's going to be fire. See that? It went like up in my nose. If you want tips on how to shave, I used to get really bad rash on my neck, literally up until like a month or 2 ago. If you get really bad rash, I can teach you how to do that. This was all pimples. Like my whole neck was just pimples and it was all red. It was disgusting. I finally figured out how to shave without getting rash. Here's what you do. You want to get really good razors from like just disposable razors. That's all I use, but ones that you can replace. So you get a razor that's the main part is not disposable, but the head is disposable. So you just replace the heads. And you want, so when you go into the shower, you don't put any shaving cream, you don't put anything on. Nothing, okay? I've done this on my legs, I've done this on my arms, I've done this everywhere, all right? Don't put any single thing on. No product, no nothing. You want to do water, and you just want to put the water on you. Probably if you're washing yourself, obviously, which you're probably doing if you're showering and shaving, wash yourself first. Get all that soap off. Don't wash yourself after. So wash yourself first. Then you want to get it wet. Rub it with warm water. Rub it very nicely until you can like go against the grain of your hair. If you don't know what going against the grain of your hair is, say your hair is going this way. Going against it would be going up. Going with it is going that way. So you want to be able to go against the grain and you don't feel anything with your hand, all right? That's how soft you want it to be. Now you want to flatten it all back down, going with the grain of the hair. So if your hair goes down, you go that way. If your hair goes at an angle, you go that way. Now you want to get the razor, and you want to, there should be like a little line, like a blue line, green line, pink line, whatever, of like fuzzy stuff, kind of. Not fuzzy, but like material. And you want to rub that with your finger like that until you can feel it getting like lubey, kind of, like very oily. You want to do that. And then you want to go to your hand, and you just want to go like that a couple times with the razor. So you're kind of shaving your palm, but you're not. You go like that a couple times. And then you want to shave, for instance, I'm going to say my neck, but say you do your legs, it works the exact same way. My neck grows hair this way, and then it goes at an angle here, this way, this way, and then it goes at an angle here. So the way I shave is I start off here, go down slowly. You want to go slow, no pressure applied. No pressure. So just like that, as if you're like patting a cat, all right? You want to go very slow down, go down, down, down. Then you want to wash off, tap the brush, and then go down, 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 tap it again, and then you want to go side, side, side. Obviously, this is my hair, your hair may be different. Tap, 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 side, side, side. Now, that's what works for me. Gets it super soft, works really well. If it's for your legs, my leg hair is just straight all the way down. So I'd just go straight all the way down. It works well. I think it's any product, even sensitive, does not work for me. I just do better without any product whatsoever. Don't apply any aftershave afterwards. It just destroys me. Another thing that I find good is at the end of your shower, just make it extremely cold. You want it on the coldest setting it has, and then you just stand underneath it in the specific spot that you shave. So I'll do my neck, and you just let it wash there for 15 seconds. Okay? And then it cools it down, and it will make the pores of your skin close, which means nothing will get in. So I'll do that. Say you do it with your legs, you hold your leg up and you want to get every part on cold water for 15 seconds. There you go, you're welcome. Now I'm going to end the video now. Here's one last vape trick. Here's my energy drink. And here's my goodbye. Love you. Oh, whoops. Love you. Oh my God, bro. This is really difficult. Love you, Rat Gang. Peace out. All right, love you, Rat Gang. For real, for real. I love you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I love seeing a subscriber. I genuinely freak out and get all giddy whenever I get one subscriber. The other day, I woke up with 5 new subscribers. I was freaking out, bro. Anyway, so let's build this up. I want to try and get it to 100 within at least 5 months from now. If it's before that, obviously, thank you. I will appreciate you. I may make the Patreon free for a month. If I get 100 subscribers before 6 months, I'm going to make the Patreon free for a month, okay? You're welcome. I love you guys. I love you, Rat Gang. Peace out. Join the gang. You can only join the gang if you subscribe, if you like at least one video and you comment at least one time. If you're not in Rat Gang. Sorry. So love you, Rat Gang. Peace out. Enjoy yourself. See me in public. Give me the Rat Gang sign. If you ever take a pic with friends, do the Rat Gang sign and tag me in it. If you ever do anything, just do the Rat Gang sign and tag me in it. You're doing a TikTok, tag me in it. Let me see what you do on TikTok. You make edits. Make an edit of me, please. If you post clips of other YouTubers, post a clip of me, please. All right, I love you guys. Tag me in it, though. Please tag me in anything you do revolving me. I want to see it. Ooh, voice crack. I want to see it. I love seeing those types of things, so peace out. Oh, whoops. Love you, Rat Gang.